It's round to the 10th place.
Negative 23.6.
Oh, I put 0.5.
0.58.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, so that's a fourth quadrant angle, right? Because it's negative. But we need angles between 0 and 360. So how do we do that? We just do 360 minus 23.6. And then where else is sine equal to something negative? Third quadrant. So for the third quadrant angle, we're going to do 180 plus 23.6. I think number 2 is easier, actually.
So wait, how'd you know to use that one? The third quadrant?
Sine is negative in the third and fourth quadrant. So you kind of have to have those memorized, I guess. I feel like you guys are getting the hang of it. That's sine, where sine's positive and negative. Cosine, positive and negative. Tangent, positive and negative. What would be the first step on number 2?
Divide by 2.
Jinx. I think this one comes out nice. Cosine of 1/2. That would
60.
stole my thunder. Okay. Cosine is positive in the first and what other quadrant? Fourth. So this is the first quadrant angle between 0 and 90. Fourth quadrant, you just do 360 minus 60. 360 minus 60. So it's 300. Okay, 3 is the same thing, it's just switching to radians. Instead of using 360 and 180, use 3.14, 6.28. Okay, let's do tan x equals -2.4. That's actually what I was thinking. The book put a decimal on that one. Maybe I should have. Actually, yeah, I better, just in case. Call it 3.5. What did it come out as?
I got 1.2.
Oh, yeah, did you guys change your calculators to radians? 1.2?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys know what quadrant that's in? Well, here's a hint. Where is tangent negative?
Did you get negative?
Second.
Yeah, I got a negative.
Oh,
Oh.
Sorry, negative.
Maybe he said that and I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's right. So anyway, that would be a fourth quadrant angle. Alright, so 6.24. So you just do kind of like we did on number 1, like 360 minus whatever. 6.24 minus 1.2 will give you the fourth quadrant angle.
Isn't there 6.28?
Or sorry, 6.28. Yeah, you just do 3.14 pi times 2. And I don't.
Yeah, that's right.
Where else is tangent equal to something negative?
The other side.
The
Second, yeah. So that means we're gonna have to do 3.14 going backwards minus 1.2.
I got 1.9.
9. Oh yeah, 4. Wait, am I doing that right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did like minus pi instead of.
Yeah, subtracted backwards. Alright, anyways. Okay, how do we deal with secant or cosecant or those things? Secant turns into what?
Cosine.
Cosine. So cosine of x equals,
Negative.
no,
1 over.
1 over 3.5. Which means we have to do cosine inverse. 4 over 3.5.
$1.28.
Okay, that would be a first, in radians, that's the first quadrant, 1.28 would be up here somewhere. So that's one of the answers. Where else is cosine positive at, besides the first quadrant? Fourth. So we'd have to do 6.28 minus 1.28. Hey, that came out exact, that's weird.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. Alright, to the graphs. You guys want graph paper?
Yeah, please.
There are 2 graphs on here. Wish I had half a sheet. Should I do for time?
It's like 6
Mr. Jordan, how long have you had that smile monkey poster?
Well, I didn't buy it, so it was a year before I was.
Do you buy any decorations?
No.
Well,
He still don't want from
he's
your
had
mom.
the raccoon too for a while.
What did he do? I could have felt your heart.
That was not my mom's list.
Had to be.
What? No. I got everything from like the closets and stuff.
Whatever people weren't using in his room.
Did you decorate? Or did someone else?
Just me, obviously. How brilliant it is.
I know I spun out food. So much easier to get things and
Yeah, what about it?
Are you learning from the rest of it?
Like,
It's easier to
Like
get.
get into trouble than to get out.
like getting into a gang?
Okay. Sure.
They won't let you.
Sure, yeah.
They would not let you.
Excuse me, Dad. May I please join you?
Aw. Yeah, I can crochet bracelet.
Mhm. Okay, it's just graph, we're graphing, that's the directive.
Someone Korean? No, like at our graduation, they pick someone down. Who do you guys want to talk at graduation?
You, Mr. Jordan.
Yeah, I want you, Jordan.
I don't know about that.
We know about it
We'll
though.
make you.
We get to pick, you have to.
Not Mr. Frederick.
No. That would go so bad. He'd be like, everyone open your journals today.
If you guys choose me, I'll like try to remember every embarrassing story I can.
Mr. Frederick would try and roast
How
us
I
and he'd be the
how I
one laughing.
became-
The crowd would go silent. Just joking up.
Yeah. Well, you guys get married now.
Do 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 do. All right. So do you guys remember what all the numbers do? There's like 4 variables.
You should write this on the board.
No, you gotta know this. Actually, neither of these have the parentheses, so I guess we don't have to worry about K for now. But what does K do?
Moves it left and right.
Right or left? Yeah, right K units. Okay. The A, the 3 does what?
Amplitude.
Amplitude.
Len said it, they just copied it. I knew that.
So that means it's gonna go up to 3 and down to -3.
You were a little bit too complicated. If it was your answer, you'd bunch of columns.
Okay, what does the sign do?
Coming up to 0.
Starts in the middle and tells us what kind of function.
No, I mean, sorry, I meant what does the 4 do? That's what I meant.
Period.
Okay, it's not the period, it, what? The normal period is 2 pi, but the period for this one is gonna be 2 pi divided by 4, yes. Which would reduce pi over 2. So just mark like your 4th interval is pi over 2.
We're copying him. You said it before we wrote it down, so.
Do, 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 do. Got that Usher song in my head because of the Super Bowl commercials. It's not random. Came from that, I didn't. Sorry, you don't have to mark this. I was just thinking. Okay, where does sine start at?
The middle.
Middle going
Up.
up. So up, middle, bottom, middle. What is happening? He was scared.
Yeah, so we can talk. Or I can just call you.
Alright, we good on that one? Floating away. Okay, well, I wrote this one weird because that's how the book writes it, and one on the test is like this. Normally we put the -1 when we do it, like back here, right? But what's the -1 gonna do?
We go down down one.
Let's go down one. So that means in the middle of the graph is right there. I'll put a little mark to help myself out.
Shoot, I messed up.
Okay, what does the 2 do? Amplitude. So it's going to go up 2 from there. So 1, 2. It's going to go down 2 from there. 1, 2. So it's going to go up to 1 and down to -3. What's the 1/3 do? The normal period is 2 pi. You divide that by 1/3. Yeah, it'll come out as 6 pi. That's what I'll mark my 4th interval as 6 pi. This means we're counting by like 1.5 pi's. Alright, where does cosine start at?
It's at top.
Top. So top, middle, bottom, middle. Whoops, I missed the middle. Top. Yeah, remember that the middle is at -1.
What it says. That's the wedding. That's what it says. Listen to the kids talk version.
That's right.
Oh.
I might have to move on for time's sake. Let's see if I can squeeze it in. Yeah, there's 2 graphs that you have to make. But
Yeah.
there's also graphs that you have to interpret.
Just make these
This is
two.
like the high tide ones.
No. Hey, I don't think I put one of that on there. This test is kind of short.
That's never good.
Well, there's a lot. I don't look at these as like one question. I look at these like a bunch of parts, you know. So like when I grade this, I grade the amplitude, the period, the where it starts, you know, all those points. So it's not like one thing on each question. Okay, anyways. Let's see. Bugging me. What should I do? What should I do? You're supposed to write the function. Okay, that's kind of easy. Now go. If you don't put any numbers there, you can just assume we're counting by ones, but yeah, those are 3 and -3. Okay, so you're supposed to write a function. Alright, so let's start with this. What's the amplitude? 3. Okay, the amplitude's not the height, it's like the height divided by 2, because really the height is 6. From -3 to 3, but okay. So the amplitude is 3. Technically, you should put y equals. Does this look more like a sine or cosine function? Sine. Okay, what is the period? 4 pi. So what are we going to put in for b? We're going to put in 2 pi, sorry, the normal period, divided by 4 pi. Alright, which does reduce to 1/2. Okay, are we shifting right or left?
No.
No, so I don't really need the parentheses. I'll put an X. Do I need the shift up or down?
No.
No. So it's the easier one. The end. Number 8. Let's do.
Buy that and get to save the turtles. Oh my gosh. You find that in the back of the cabinet when you buy that?
He found it in the back of his cabinet.
Really? Yeah, I think I buy a smaller basket. I'll have to share a lot really hard. And I'm not gonna bring it every day. Go back here. You wouldn't have that bottle often, maybe. You only in life.
Yeah, my bad. You want some?
I want you to be your firstborn kid. Or free employment for 2 summers.
Get on my first one. Not free employment.
Okay. You can still in your $12 an hour.
What are you gonna do with this firstborn kid?
I don't know, probably just force him to work. Start a small business. off.
Slave labor.
Yeah.
Leo's like, I'm fine with it.
Next summer, I'm sure I can $12 an hour, right? Just like reset, does it?
It does.
Okay. What's the amplitude? 2. So we're going from 1 to 5. The height is 4. The amplitude would be half of that. Or you could say the middle is between 1 and 5 is at 3. It's going up and down 2 from there. So the 2. Does this look more like a sine or cosine function?
Especially the
What's the period? 8. So for the b value, we're going to do 2 pi over 8,
I got 1/4 pi.
which is 1/4 pi, or you could say pi over 4. Are we shifting right or left?
No.
No. Are we shifting up or down?
Yes.
How far are we shifting up?
3.
3. So you got to find where the middle is to figure out how far you shifted up. So between 1 and 5, you can average 1 plus 5 divided by 2 is 3. So the graph is up 3.
That's crazy. That's too long.
Have you guys been to Whataburger yet?
Yeah. We waited in line for an hour last
How was it?
night.
I don't feel like that would be worth it though.
Definitely not. I was just, Aiden is.
I've had Whataburger before and I don't remember it being.
Is it hamburger? Is
It's
that it?
good, but almost all hamburgers are good.
I
So.
saw him in the window yesterday and I was like,
Flips burgers.
I almost screamed.
Who?
Aiden, I'm not trusting the hamburger that comes out of Aiden Hart's hands.
If he's at the window, he's not. Oh,
He's flipping. Jaden told us.
oh he is.
Is that why he wasn't at the game last night?
You flipping burgers?
He doesn't talk to the team anymore. We don't know.
Really? Is he still
Yeah.
on the team?
Didn't you get rid of like the golf cart? It's the black one.
He
Yeah.
was
You just-
limping, like one leg was shorter than the other.
Why did you get rid of that golf cart?
Oh, yeah, he was hurt really
It was a
bad
gator.
before Christmas
Yes,
break.
yes.
Yeah.
Him and his cousin were-
I said, you need to go to the doctor. He's like, no. But, I mean, it wasn't that different.
Yeah, his leg was like dragging. We were like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm dragging his like left leg. You go to the doctor, he's like, no.
Not this.
Okay, simplifying, everybody's favorite.
This is the one thing I don't understand, so.
I feel like we
It
need
takes a second, but then you get a hang of it. As long as you just.
Yeah,
Oh, I
there's,
won't be here tomorrow.
oh,
Did you get
got another funeral?
What? That's horrible.
Didn't you have like 2 funerals in the last couple of weeks or something?
Yeah, but it was on the weekend.
Okay, Grant said it was your great aunt's funeral.
No, Grant doesn't know. Grant
Did you
doesn't
not know who
know.
died?
Grant, we were talking
He
about.
said his grandma had like died a month ago or something.
Yes, Karen's dead, long dead. We had her funeral Sunday.
Is that your grandma?
Yes.
Your grandma's name?
Grant said your mom's sister died
You said that a lot.
or something like.
I used to think I was really.
No, wait, somebody said, I don't remember, but
No one's sister died.
he,
You said
No one's aunt died.
okay.
Great.
So you only had one death in the family.
Two.
Who's the other person?
My other grandma.
A great grandma?
No. A grandma.
Grand.
2 grandmas died.
So you lost them both? Wow, that's crazy.
It's okay. I didn't know they were one of them.
You didn't know one of them.
Grant's dumb. Grant's not smart. Just don't ask Grant. Grant doesn't know.
And I said the thing about you being the one she liked.
I can smell it.
He's like, no, she didn't like anybody. Maybe he was talking about the other grandma because he was.
Probably.
me
One
everything
grandma
sat
was,
there for
one
4
grandma was
days.
terrible and one was
It's
nice.
got an
He's probably talking about.
He's probably talking about the one that was bad.
I didn't realize both had died. We need to talk to Grant and
And there's bubbles.
clear that up. He doesn't even
Grant
know
didn't
that.
even know that she had died until we were heading on the way to school. Grant was like, oh, she died. And we were like, oh.
Apparently, he still doesn't know because.
Because no one told me.
All right.
You just say, sat there for 4 days. You just say,
All right. This is the same directions as 1 and 2. It's just a harder version that we did. Like we just graded the thing. I didn't make it that bad though.
I don't like 10.
Okay, I am gonna make another one of these, but you need to know like 1 minus sine squared or 1 minus cosine squared, but you also need to know like what is tangent equal to. And sine over cosine, yeah, that thing. So these are the things I expect you to have memorized. Let's just do one more.
Can you write it down?
We'll talk about that later when we finish this.
Hey, that's not very kind. Yeah.
you're so little joke today. We're doing grapes. Yeah. No.
Okay,
I should have a game this.
number 9, what does...
You stop saying it to me.
Okay, maybe you guys finish this statement. Sine squared plus
Cosine.
squared equals 1. Therefore, 1 minus cosine squared is sine squared, or 1 minus sine squared is cosine squared. So the top of this, anytime you see 1 minus something squared, is cosine squared.
For 1.
Okay. Now what?
Can that equal 1?
Well,
You
cosine
can cross out a cosine.
cosines cancels out. It's kind of like x squared over x, you know, those reduce.
It means cosine over sine.
Cosine over sine is equal to,
1 over tangent or the cotangent.
right, so if tangent is sine over cosine, that means cotangent is upside down to that, so cosine over sine. So this would equal cotangent. Made a mess.
I actually did that right.
Are you confused, Leo? What is that thing?
A 1?
Oh, good J. How do you?
Oh, okay, on this one actually,
Oh,
I'm gonna put a 4 there
Really?
instead. Yes,
I
right.
solved it.
Okay, so what would be our, it's fine if you solve it, just leave it. Okay, what would be our first step?
squared.
Square root.
I
Okay,
did sine over cosine. Squared.
yeah, not needed, not
Sine
helpful.
minus 1 or
Okay, but when you square root
2?
what?
Plus or minus.
Okay, it could also equal -2. This should still work even if you did square root of 2, by the way, it doesn't really matter, but I just wanted it to be neater. Okay, so this one, just like number 1, you do tangent inverse of 2. And the directions are gonna be in degrees again, so I guess put your calculator back in degrees. And tangent inverse of -2. What's it come out as?
I got 63.4.
Okay, so that's the first quadrant angle. So if tangent equals 2 positive and -2, that means all 4 quadrants, because all positive quadrants and all negative quadrants will be covered. So really, this will be your reference angle for all, you could plug this in as well, but this will be your reference angle for all 4 quadrants. So you do 180 minus this for the second quadrant, 180 plus that for your third quadrant, and 360 minus that for your fourth quadrant. We already have the first quadrant, 63.4.
So the answer is 63.4.
No, there's 4 answers. 180 minus
Oh, okay,
60.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
on 11, remember how we did this?
We had before this, right?
Factor it, yeah. So I replaced cosine with x. Maybe I should have used a different variable because there's an x up there, but. And then how do we solve this problem? Move it to one side. So we're gonna have 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. Factor it, you could use quadratic formulas, should be too hard to factor though. 2x times x, what goes into 1? 1 and 1, but, or -1 and -1, if we're gonna need the negatives. The outside inside should add up to that. Okay, so what values of x make this equal to 0?
1/2.
Okay, so that means x actually stands for cosine of x. I just got rid of it for a second. So cosine of x equals 1, or cosine of x is equal to 1/2. This is one of the rare ones. Cosine of x only equals 1 at one spot. There's not going to be 2 answers for that one. If you plug in cosine inverse of 1, cosine equals 1 over here, so it'd be like 0 degrees. So you could plug in cosine inverse of 1, it should spit out 0. There's not going to be, like, if 0 is your reference angle, it's not going to be like 180 or anything. There's nothing else. Cosine is positive to the right. There's not another, it's not even in a quadrant, so I don't know how you would do it, but this one is cosine. Did we already do cosine inverse of 1/2 earlier? It was 60, right? So this is a normal one. Where else is cosine positive besides the first quadrant? Fourth. So if this is 60, this would be 360 minus 60. So it's kind of a weird one because it has 3 answers. So kind of a hard test, right?
Yeah,
How are we feeling about it?
good until it gets to the 9th.
Number 9
and 11. Yeah.
and 11.
Yeah, 9 to 11.
Well, I made these pretty close to ones on the test.
Okay.
I just switched them a little bit. I did skip one. I'm gonna put another one of these in, but I haven't decided. It'll probably be like a distributive, like we have to multiply sine out or something.